Hi guys, today I'll read you a really fun story. So let's get started. This story is called The Runaway Princess. The Runaway Princess. So you can see this is the Runaway Princess. It's Ross Dickens and illustrated by Elodie Cowdray. So it has the contents, and it's the chapter, and this is the page on the right. So chapter 1 is The Happy King, is page 3. And chapter 2, A Proposal, is page 9. And chapter 3, Princess Donkey Skin, is page 22. And chapter 4, A Cake and Ring, is 23. So, we're gonna go to chapter 1, The Happy King. There was once a happy king. He lived with his queen and her little sister in a magnificent mountain palace. The palace was filled with treasures and wonders. The most wonderful of all was a magic donkey who could turn straw into gold. But the king's happiness did not last, for his dear queen fell ill. The doctor said she didn't have long to live. "Promise me something," she begged her husband. "Anything," wailed the king. "Don't marry again," she whispered, "until you find a wife as good as me." And then she died. Now the king's heart grew cold. As years went by, people begged him to remarry. "Who will rule after you? You need a child." But he always refused. "There's no one as good as my queen," he snapped. And so he grew old and cruel, with only Anna, the queen's sister, for company. So chapter 3 is A Proposal. Princess Anna was much younger than the queen, but she grew up so just as beautiful and even more kind. In time, even the king noticed how lovely he was. "Now I can keep my promise," he decided. "I shall marry you." I'll set him an impossible task. Anna's heart sank. She couldn't marry his cruel old man, but she was too afraid to tell him. And she had an idea. "I could never marry without a dress as beautiful as the sky." That night, the king gave Anna a dress of shimmering blue emerald, all the silky crowns. Anna thought quickly. "Not without a dress with a beautiful moon," she replied. Again, the king snapped his fingers. "Get those dress messages back here," he said. "Now you can marry me." Next day, there was a dress shining silver, trimmed with glowing moonstones. With the dress as beautiful as the sun, put the poor princess. The next day, there was a dress of glittering gold sketched rubies. Now, no, there's one more thing, she replied. "I'd like a cloak of donkey skin." and not an old skin. It must be from a magic donkey. He'd never harm his donkey. The next day, the king presented Anna with shaggy donkey clothes. "Oh no, poor donkey will be married tomorrow," he told her. Anna bowed her head. "There's only one thing to do," she decided. "Run away." When the king was in bed, she pulled her dresses, put on the cloak, and crept downstairs. Then she mirrored her face with ash and disappeared into the night. "Now I'll never have to see him again." Chapter 3. Princess Donkey Skin. No one took any notice from the shabby girl in the donkey skin cloak. She walked on and on, far beyond the king's land, until she came to a farmhouse by the forest. The farmer wife looked curiously at Anna. "What's your name?" she asked. Anna didn't answer. "I'll call you Donkey Skin," laughed the woman. "If you're looking for work, we need a girl look after the geese." Donkey Skin worked hard. The farmer and his wife grew very fond of her. They never guessed their goose girl and was a runaway princess. Sometime, as he herded the geese, Anna heard hunting horns in the forest. One day she spotted a handsome prince among the trees. She gazed shyly, looked at the prince. Then she looked sadly at her terrified clothes. "If only I could be a princess again." The evening, she hid in her room and took out the sky blue dress. The prince was riding home when he spotted the farmhouse. "I'll stop, ask for a drink," he decided. One window glowed with a mysterious blue light. Inside, the prince saw a girl in a shining blue dress. "She's as beautiful as the sky," he thought, losing his heart to her. Suddenly, he felt too shy too. Knocked, he rode slowly back to his castle, dreaming about the mystery girl. The next day, the prince sent messengers to the farm, but there was no sign of a girl in a blue sky dress. "A cake and the ring." The prince sent out the message far and wide. None of them could find the mystery girl. Hoping against hope, the prince rode back to the farm. This time the silver light shone from one window. His heart leaped. Could it be? The girl is in the kitchen, dressed in a shining silver. "She is as beautiful as the moon," sighed the prince. He knocked urgently, then opened the door. Quick as a flash, Anna hid, leaving a cake cooling on the table. It smelled so good, so the prince couldn't help taking a bite. It was delicious, sweet, and soft. And his teeth curled on something hard. Ouch! He spat out tiny gold ring. It's hers! He realized. It must have fallen off while she was cooking. The ring gave the prince an idea. He galloped to his castle to make a royal decree. I'll marry the girl whose finger fits this ring. Hundreds of girls came to try the ring from countless chambers made. It didn't fit any of them. Anna stood at the back of the great hall, wrapped in a donkey cloak. Is there anyone else? Asked the prince evenly. Just that girl in the shabby cloak, laughed the continent. You don't want to marry her? The prince looked into Anna's eyes. Let her try the ring. The country frowned. Anna held out her hand. The ring was perfect fit. Will you marry me? Asked the prince. Yes, said Anna, letting the cloak slip from the shoulders. Everyone gasped. Her dress shone with the gold and rubies, filling the hall with golden light, but her golden hair and rosy cheek shone even brighter. She is as beautiful as the sun, sighed the countess. The prince smiled at Anna. I knew I found you, he whispered happily. The wedding was held, and 2 days later, the prince invited royal guests from around the world. Anna invited the kind farmer, and his wife. Anna told their guests her whole story. But now I'll never run away again, she finished, gazing dolefully at her prince. So it's the end. So the runaway princess has like this. Princess Anna didn't want to get married, so she runs away, disgusted, under a donkey skin cloak. Where will she go, and can she marry her own happiness ending? Find out in this retelling of the classic French fairy tale. So this is the end of the story. So bye bye and see you next time.